this is an old game, and of course, we aren't going to be reviewing it based on an emulator or any of these where they can like speed up the gameplay or something stupid. We played it. I played it as intended on my DS Lite. So I got the original experience, I guess you can say. So I was curious to see if my nostalgia for Pokemon Diamond held up. How good is the game, really? Of course, I played through this game so that in moving into the new remakes, I can have a better opinion on this game, a more modern take on it, to see if, maybe the remake improves upon it in any way. But before we begin to review this game, I sort of want to run over the team that I used in this game. The first member of my team is Giraffe, the Giraffe-Rig. Very creative name. The second member of my team is Buddy, the Pelipper. Of course, great names as always. My third team member, that's the word I'm looking for, is Bloom, the Cherrim. Bloom is the MVP of the team. Bloom actually took out Cynthia's Garchomp single-handedly, so don't underestimate her. It's him. Then I have Dia, I think it's Dialga, yes, Dialga, the one. I will explain why I had this on my team in the review. Then I have Monkey, the Infernape, because of course I pick the fire type. I will explain in the review in case you don't know. Then I have Puff, the Pachirisu, the Pikachu clone of the region, and that is my team. I tried to use Pokemon that I would not normally use, and maybe Pokemon that people might ignore, like, I don't think many people are using Giraffe-Rig. So I tried to use some unique Pokemon this time, but that is the team that I beat Cynthia with. Is this game as good as I remember it? Well, yes and no. Yes and this game is good. It's a great game, but it's also pretty flawed. It's a pretty flawed game. First of all, let's talk about the great things in this game. The first great thing in this game are the Pokemons. Pokemon are great in this game. Of course, Pokemon's going to have probably the best gameplay loop you can ever get. A classic system. So you can never go wrong with a Pokemon gameplay loop. Second of all, some of the characters in this game are great. Cynthia is a main standout, probably what everyone remembers this game for. The locations in this game are great. I loved the locations in this game, and the story is great as well. At no point did I feel like the story was bad or that it wasn't good. Graphically, this game is great. Typically, pixel graphics age much better than 3D graphics. I don't know why, it's just something that always happens. The music in this game are also great. Just everything about this game is really, really good. However, there were a few things about Pokemon Diamond that probably would have changed if it came out more recently, which it will be. My first complaint about this game is that it's not platinum. That's pretty self-explanatory. Platinum's probably Pokemon's best game. I would say maybe Gen 5 would contest that, but Pokemon Platinum is Pokemon really performing at its best, and Diamond is like a couple steps lower. Second big thing about this game that I noticed was the Pokedex in this game sucks. It's really bad. Of course, the notorious no fire types. I believe there's only the Monferno, is that his name? Infernape, that's his name. Infernape and Bonita line in this game. So of course I picked Monferno or Primate, what is, goddamn, Infernape. There you go. Even though he's really not my favorite starter, but I needed a fire type on my team. So that's a big flaw. However, I also noticed that there were like other like strange types that seem to be sort of lacking. Like I think I sort of noticed electric type was also, you had like Shinx and Pachirisu and that's it. And then also ice types. There are only like 2 ice types in the region as well. And so really the typing balance seemed really off in this game. So that's one complaint. So it's sort of hard to really formulate a balanced team if you really want one. My second big complaint, and this is a big complaint, probably the worst part about this game, is the grind of this game. This is pre-EXP share, when EXP share was shared with the whole team. In this game, it existed, but you had to give the item to one Pokemon, and then that one Pokemon gets half of the EXP, and the Pokemon that's fighting gets the other half, so it gets split in half, and I hated it. The grind in this game is crazy. I did not like grinding in this game. I think people who are against the Team EXP share in Pokemon games have not played an old Pokemon game in a long time, because grinding is just not fun. It doesn't make the game harder, it just makes it annoying. Which is why I had Dialga on my team. I just didn't want to grind another member up, because I was just so sick of it by the end of the game. I just didn't want to do it, even though I actually never used Dia on my team. I never sent it out on battle. I just kept it as a backup. But that's just how severe it was for me. In fact, I barely grinded up for the Elite Four. I just tried to go straight through just to see if I could do it, because I did not want to grind anymore. So I think grinding was a big part of this game. Something I think modern Pokemon games sort of know a little bit more about. And I think a lot of Pokemon fans take for granted that I certainly learned my lesson for. Another flaw in this game is the HMs in this game. I had to run a HM worker, HM well-paid worker, who is allowed to join his own union. Beboil, is that his name? Bidoof? Babel? That guy. teach other HM moves to other party members. I know my Giraffere knew strength, and my Pelipper knew surf and fly. So even Bebero was not enough to have all the HMs in this game. So I think that was very tedious for me to constantly be taking a Bebero with me everywhere I went, basically being forced to have it on my team. It sort of doesn't incentivize you to actually complete a full 6-member team, since you're gonna have to box one of them in order to, get through Victory Road, or get through Mount Coronet, or get to any of these places. And I actually already know that Shining Diamond, or what is it, Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond have already solved that issue where they don't have HMs as in your team, and it's in your Pokédex. So I already know that that problem is solved. The last really big complaint that I have for this game is that, it's just sort of aged. It just doesn't have the same quality of life features as modern Pokemon games have. For example, repels, from like Gen 6, when a repel wore off, it would just prompt you if you wanted to use another repel. But in this game, if you wanted to use a repel, you would have to open up 6 different menus to use your same repel. It does not prompt you. So just small quality of life improvements there is the last big flaw in this game. So what is that, like 3 flaws? These aren't flaws and these aren't good things either. These are just things I want to talk about. First of all, random encounters. This is sort of controversial in the Pokemon community. Some people like it, some people don't. I gotta be honest, I don't mind it. I think there are pros and cons of each. It didn't bother me too much. I see it just as like free experience points, so I would just knock out every wild Pokemon I saw. So I did not really mind it too much. Second sort of controversial thing about the Pokemon games is the difficulty of them. You might hear some people talk about this with this game, about how, new Pokemon games are so easy. You could just do them blindfolded. The older Pokemon games, those are really hard. You really have to use your noggin thinking. But, playing through the game, it was kind of easy, I'm just saying. Of course, it's a Pokemon game, but I think if you know what you're doing, and you know your team, and sort of the other team, then yeah, the game's going to be easy. I've never been knocked out in this game. There have only been a few times where my Pokemon actually fainted. Like even Cynthia. I know this is going to sound like treason to the Pokemon community, but Cynthia wasn't really that hard. Maybe it's just because I prepared for it. But Cynthia was not that hard. Basically, my strategy for Cynthia, or Cynthia's guard jump, because let's be honest, that's really where all the challenge lies. For Bloom, my Cherim, to Leech seated. Alright, Sunny Day it, so it has. So Bloom transforms into its Sunny form, and then Solar Beam it. And it actually worked pretty well. Managed to take it out single-handedly. So, good job, Bloom. Yay. But yes, the game's not too hard. I think it's harder than Sword and Shield and Let's Go Eevee, but it's not like tough as nails Stoic Souls or something wild like that. This game was great. I overall really liked it. It holds up pretty well considering it's been like 15 years or something wild. I think it's more like 10, I think 15 is a bit of an over exaggeration. I still enjoyed the game. And you know what? If you have this game, because I know it's pretty rare nowadays, you should probably play it again. It's a pretty great game. It holds up well. Play it before the new one comes out so you have something nice to compare to. So I had a lot of fun with it instead of studying because I like Pokemon and not studying. Okay. Well, and overall, I gotta rate it, right? Overall, what would I give Pokemon Diamond? I'm stuck between an 8 and a 9. I feel like my mind is telling me an 8 because I know the Pokedex and then the grind was a lot for me and then, the quality of life. So I think that should go to an 8, but my body is telling me a 9. You know what? Simply because it was a part of my childhood, I will give this a 9. That gives it the extra point for me. So, there you go. That was my review on a decade-old DS game, Pokemon Diamond. What do you think about Pokemon Diamond? I know no one's out here to go rush out and buy it, unless you're willing to pay like $80. I saw it on GameStop for $80. But I had fun playing it, I had fun reviewing it, and I can't wait for the remake coming out. So we have something to compare it to. I will see you next time. I love you enough to review and play Pokemon Diamond for you. I love you. I said that twice. Bye bye.